Welcome, and thank you for your interest in Komatsu products. Today we'll be covering cab controls for our hydrostatic dozers. Let's get started. So now that we're inside the cab, the first thing we want to do is adjust the seat for the operator's comfort. Then we want to fasten the seatbelt. The height fore and aft, the seat cushion, and backrest can be adjusted independently of each other, and the armrest can be adjusted for height. Over the operator's right shoulder is the heated seat switch. Located on the front left side of the console is the parking brake lever. The parking brake lever must be in the down position when the machine is parked. The machine will not start unless the parking brake is applied. A lamp on the machine monitor will light when the lever is in the down position. The steering and direction lever on the left side of the console controls the movement of the machine both forward and backwards, and also left and right. The HST dozers have the ability to perform a pivot steer or a counter rotation steer. The steering lever provides variable steering capabilities with two defined stops. One stop at 80% lever movement defines the full pivot steer function, and 100% movement defines a counter rotation. The lever has a built-in stiffer spring at 80% movement to indicate when the machine will move from a pivot turn to a counter rotation. There are two selectable steering modes called normal and fine found in the custom screen in the monitor. To select the fine or normal steering modes, press the F1 Customize Function switch. The normal steering mode is identified by the icon with the 1, and the fine mode is identified by the 2. If the normal steering mode is selected, the steering lever will pivot steer when the lever is moved to 80% and counter rotate at 100% lever movement. If the fine mode is selected, the machine will not pivot turn when the lever is moved to 80%. Located on the top of the steering directional lever are the shift up and down switches. The fuel dial is located on the left side of the console and controls the engine speed. When the dial is turned in the full clockwise position in neutral, the engine is at high idle speed depending on the mode selected. Behind the fuel dial is the HVAC controls. The temperature control is the first dial, then the next dial controls the fan speed, and the last dial controls the mode. There are three mode selections: AC on, heater on, and the cactus, which represents dry heat for defrost. Moving to the right-hand console, located on the front, is the work equipment lock lever. The work equipment lock lever must be in the down position when the machine is parked. A lamp on the machine monitor will light when the lever is in that position. Moving up, the work equipment lever controls the blade functions. There are two switches on the top of the lever: the blade angle toggle switch and the float switch. Moving the blade angle toggle will angle the blade left and right. The blade float switch will set the blade into the float position. To float the blade, press and hold the float switch while pushing the blade lever all the way forward. The monitor buzzer will sound and a float icon will be displayed on the monitor. Moving back, we have the ripper or winch lever, which is located behind the work equipment. Moving to the overhead right panels, you'll find our wiper switches. Each switch is labeled and operates an individual wiper to be either on full-time, intermittent control, or the washer function. All the wiper functions are delayed when the intermittent switch is on. Moving down, the HST dozers are equipped with a single multi-purpose decelerator pedal. When the fuel dial is in the maximum position, the operator can control the travel speed and the engine RPM using the single pedal. There are two modes of function for the decelerator pedal that are controlled from a switch below the monitor: the brake mode and the decel mode. When the brake mode is selected, depressing the decelerator pedal will reduce the machine travel speed and bring the machine to a stop, but the engine speed remains high. When the decelerator mode is selected, depressing the decel pedal will reduce the machine travel speed and engine speed and bring the machine to a stop. Now that covers the cab controls for the HST dozers. Remember, everything that we've covered today is included in the operation and maintenance manuals located inside the cab. Now let's go operate.